I couldn't stop moving because I realized when I stopped moving, everything hurts even more. So I was telling myself, like, I move, it hurts. I don't move, it even hurts. So I started walking, and that's when I found yoga and Pilates.
Hi, everyone. My name is Joanna Koleth, and I write for a column on the Vibes called Made to Move. And today I thought of inviting a very special guest. And it's someone who I've met online, I've gotten to know throughout the last few months. And it's none other than Aidwina. So thanks, Aidwina, for coming and chatting with me today. Why don't you go ahead and tell us, who you are, what you do, and also how you started dancing.
Hi, everybody. My name is Aidwina. I'm a Milano girl from Sarawak. I love ballet so much, and I work full time as an admin in Swinburne. I take care of foundation lecturers, but also in my other life, I'm also a crafter. I'm a quilter and also a dancer as well. Um, I started dancing way back. I started with ballet. Mom was adamant that I should do ballet, and because she said I was too hyperactive, like she can't keep me still. So she's like, all right, put you in a ballet class, learn some discipline, and go crazy there. And I got addicted. Like I love ballet so much. Mom actually said this to me, you're now living in the studio more than you're living at home. So that was fun. I started ballet in Kuching with Mrs. Locke, but I can't really remember being really young doing ballet, but I only remembered when I started with her student, Miss Lena. She graduated from UK and then she came back. And when I remember mom was flipping through the newspaper, she's like, oh, look, Lena is back. Let's join you up. And for some reason, from the first day I started, I didn't look back, and all I wanted to do is just do ballet. At that time, there wasn't any other choices in form of dance. There was only ballet. There was gymnastics, but I had no form of coordination with because I couldn't see. I didn't realize that I couldn't really see. So when things are getting thrown in the air, I'm like, I can't see where they're gonna land, and that really caused me anxiety. But in ballet, somehow it just clicks. I just felt so at home. I didn't know why, and I got addicted till I was in secondary school. Then in form four, things got a bit bad because I was diagnosed with lupus when I was 16, and I was really confused because my body was really hurting as well. I couldn't control it, but I kept pushing through because I really just love dance. And at that time, my teachers and my friends, they were so supportive, and all I could remember was at that time was I didn't want to stop dancing despite the pain. So I just kept going. And at the same time, I was doing taekwondo to keep up with my cardio. So basically, taekwondo, ballet, and just keep up. And I love them both because my taekwondo coach, he knows that I do ballet. So he always asks me to train the little ones at taekwondo ballet style to get their
Wow.
flexibility.
That's so
So
smart.
yes, so it's pretty crazy at that time. That I told my ballet teacher that I wanted to dance, I wanted to do ballet, but my parents, they were like, oh, we're not sending you to UK because your brother's in Australia. You're
Mm.
gonna go to Perth. And at the time, I didn't know what what is ballet in Perth. I'm like, oh, I don't know anything about Australian ballet or anything in Australia. Like I was so nervous. So I just took the job. I took I auditioned for a art school for my year 12. I still had to study full time, but I also need to do dance, contemporary, and ballet. So that was the
Wow.
first time that I got to know contemporary and I got to know the Australian culture. And I felt so behind in terms of technique and strength because at that time my lupus was flaring. I just had to push through, and my
Mm.
teachers and my friends, they continued to be so supportive. Um, I'm so grateful. Like throughout all the pain, somehow or other, like the universe helped me or God listened, and they were so supportive in the journey, because certain days I just couldn't get up. So I had longer rest, but I had to warm up longer than the others before I start class. Means all the girls will start turning up at 30 minutes before. I have to be there an hour at least, just to really warm up, just to get through everything. And yeah, so it started from there. And
Wow.
after that, my teacher asked me why didn't I audition. So I auditioned, but I failed. I didn't do well, and I didn't get through. But my teacher, um, she actually gave me a chance. So while I was pursuing early childhood degree at the same uni, I took certificate 2 in dance. So basically, you're doing full-time study, and at night you go full-time dance. And
Wow.
it was so much fun because it was recognized. Like I felt like, oh, at least there is a chance. I didn't get into the degree program for dance, but I got into the certificate,
Yeah.
and that was really an eye opener for me as well. I didn't know how to dance to live music. I felt really shy about my body because I didn't think I looked like a dancer enough at that time. I don't know what I was thinking about, but I was thinking about, oh, I don't feel like a dancer. I don't look dancer enough. And I feel like I was so behind. Then in my third year of studying at uni, I didn't want to do dance anymore because everything hurts so much. Like my joints hurt so much. I gave it up. So I think that was around year 2009. I didn't want to look at dance anymore. I was so upset because the day that I couldn't go lift, I couldn't walk up the stairs. I knew something was wrong and I couldn't hold a pen anymore. That I was like, okay, time to speak to my doctors. Um, my doctor said to me, he gave me a decision. Like he didn't want to tell me like things have escalated. So he just went like, okay, I think it's time. That's all they said. I think it's time to take a break. Like I know you don't want to quit. I remember they said that, but maybe take a break. But was really disappointed as well. So I just gave it up. I
Mm.
gave it up, but I couldn't stop moving because I realized when I stopped moving, everything hurts even more. So I was telling myself, like, I move, it hurts. I don't move, it even hurts. So I started walking, and that's when I found yoga and Pilates.
Hey there, thank you so much for checking out this week's article on the vibes. I'm Joanna Koleth and my column is called Made to Move. Today I shared part 1 of Aidwina's story of how she has overcome adversity fearlessly and with so much joy. Be sure to check out next week's article because I will be continuing to share Aidwina's story and how she became a bar fitness instructor as well as built her community online. Stay tuned.